Hey guys, welcome back. Mike here at MH Tutorials. Well guys, today we're going to do another modeling video, and as you can see in front of you, we are going to model a weapon. And this tutorial is going to be slightly different than other tutorials that I do because I received a very specific request to make this very low poly. Okay. Now, I don't model that much for games. What I do on occasion is I would model a high poly item, and then I would pass that over, and then the details would be transferred over to a low poly for a game set. But in this case, like I said, we are going to model it low poly from the get-go. Okay. So what you will see is a lot of detailing that is added to assets like this usually come from the texture that's used. For example, these holes here, they're probably not real holes. They're just a texture with black dots on it. And in a game set, you will see that the light and shadows and so forth, they don't move at all. It's all baked in. Okay. So, but in this video, we're going to focus on the modeling part of it. Okay. Cool. All right, and apparently this is from a Jurassic uh, Park or Jurassic World game. I don't really know it, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So we're going to start with a polygon cube, and we're going to pull that up. And the goal for this tutorial is to use a maximum number of polys of about 1500. Usually you would get a poly budget when you're modeling for a game, and that is typically very low. But as you can see, even just dragging out this cube, you can see that the faces are going up. You know, it's a cube, so 6 faces, obviously. So that's my poly count. All right. Okay. So we got that, and what we're going to do is we are going to hit R, and we're going to stretch that out, and we're just going to check it from this view right here. We're going to hit W, and what you see here is that this is a fixed section and this section is inserted in the middle. So we're going to look at this guy right here. Okay. We're going to hit R. We're going to pull it in somewhat. Hit E. Rotate it just so we are roughly where we need to be. Okay. We're going to right click. We're going to get vertex. We're going to take these two and let's bring that in here. That would be about right. And then we're going to move in. Right click, go to face, select that, edit mesh, extrude under face, hit W, pull that out, and we're going to pull that out and up until we are pretty much back here. And what we'll do is we'll right click, go to vertex, we'll take the bottom vertex and we'll drag that out to roughly mimic that shape. Okay, and then we're going to see if it's not too wide, so right click, object mode, we'll hit R and scale that in a little bit. And then we're going to create that back section there. Okay, so for that one, we're going to make another cube. We're going to pull that up. We're going to right click, go to face, and we're going to select these 3 faces. And we're going to delete those. So we just have that section right there. Right click object mode. We're going to switch back to this view. We're going to hit W and we're going to bring that in. And then right click vertex, drag select this one, drag it down to the corner, that one down to that corner, and that one initially here. Okay, and then let's see, and then we are going to go to edit mesh. Sorry, mesh tools, insert edge loop tool, and we'll add one right there. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click at a vertex, take that one, hit W and move that here. Okay. And as you can see, this thing needs to be positioned. So we're going to go to our top view, have to zoom in, right click object mode. Let's move that. Then we're going to hit R and we're going to scale it in to about there. And as you can see, it doesn't have any thickness, right? So with the object selected, we're going to go to Edit Mesh and hit Extrude under Face. Let's do a thickness of 0.2. Oop, that's a bit too much. 0.02. That's a bit better. Let's do 0.03. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, so we got that. And then we are going to deal with this front section. So for that, pretty similar process. We're going to create a cube. We're going to pull that up. Okay. From the top here, hit F to zoom in. Let's just hit W and bring that in a little. And just see what we got from this end. Okay. So we're going to hit W. We're going to bring that down a bit. Pull that over here. We're going to hit E. We're going to rotate that. And hit R and scale it out. And I'm just going to turn off my X-ray for a sec so I can see where I'm at. E to rotate a bit more. And let's move that up a little to about there. Turn back on our X-ray. I'm going to right click down here. We're going to select this vertex, bring that up there, and bring that one up there. Okay. And then, excuse me, what you can see in our example here is that this section is extruded out onto the sides of the gun. Okay. So we're going to right click on object mode. I'll just check from the top. That's all right. Then we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, Multiple, and we'll do 2. And we'll add them right there. And then hit R and scale them out. And as we know that that is centered, we can see if we're set up okay. Okay, so we got that. We're going to hit Q on our keyboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click, go to face, click that face and that face. Let's try that again. Yep, there's 2. Go to Edit Mesh, Extrude under Face. Hit W, pull that out. And we want that pulled out to about here. And let's push that down a little bit. Okay. And we want that shape to be tweaked a little bit. So on the top, we're pretty much okay. But at the bottom, we want to tweak that a little. As you can see, we need to move things up a little. Okay. So we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, Single Setting, and we'll do one right there. Okay, hit Q on your keyboard, right click Edge, take that edge, that's a bit too much, Control Z, I just want, let me think, that's not exactly what I had in mind, Q on your keyboard, right click Vertex, I'm going to take these 2, now I see what the problem is. Okay, that's the problem. The edge is only at one end, not at both ends. Okay, so Control Z, just get rid of that. We'll do it slightly different. What we'll do is right click Vertex, we'll take all of these vertices, and we'll bring them back here, like so. and then right click vertex, take the top one and move that one over here like that. And let's see, we'll bring that down to about there. Let's check and see what we got. Okay, so that should be about right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add an edge loop there. So we're going to go to Edit Mesh. I can't get used to that for some reason. And we'll add one about there. Check it from this view. That's not bad. Okay. And then we're going to hit Q on our keyboard. We're going to move in. We're going to right click on a face. And we're going to select these two faces and go to Edit Mesh, Extrude. Hit W, pull that out to about there. And then right click vertex, take the ones at the bottom to about there. Maybe up slightly. Okay. And then we're going to move in. We're going to right click, go to edge, take these two and these two, and go to edit mesh and bevel. All right. And then right click object mode. Let's check our poly bevel here. And we'll increase segments, not too much. Let's do 3. Okay. All right. So that's what we have so far. Now we want a section in the front to be a bit thicker. So we're going to switch to this view and we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool once again. And we'll add one right there. Hit F to zoom in. We're going to right click, go to Vertex, hit Q first. And we'll move that one there just to kind of mimic that line. Okay. And then we're going to hit Q on our keyboard. And we're going to right click, go to face, select these two and these two. And let's see, we'll do this one and that one. All right. Edit mesh, extrude under face. And we'll do 0.02, maybe a bit more. Let's try 0.08. That's a bit too much. 0.05. That's a bit better. Okay. So we got that. Now let's tweak that a little. We are going to right click, go to edge, take that edge and that edge, and go to edit mesh and bevel. Okay. And then we're going to take those edges, we're going to hit R, and let's pull them up like so. Excuse me. And there's kind of a slope in there, and I don't want that, so let's go back on that. I think we can get the same effect by going right click to face and hit R and scale them out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then let's add a little detail down here. How am I doing on my count? That looks okay. Insert edge loop tool again. We'll do one there. Hit Q, right click face, select that one, edit mesh and extrude, hit W and pull that down slightly just to give some detail. Then we're going to take our barrels, so we're going to create a polygon pipe. Ooh, that guy's big. Let's just bring that guy down quite a bit. We'll hit R, we'll bring that down, and hit R and pull that out. We're going to hit E, we're going to rotate it. And once we're roughly where we need to be, we can bring it into place. So bring that down here. I have to zoom in. Now there's no need for that to stick out more than what we need for our model. So let's bring that in here. I have to zoom in. E to rotate some more. That's about the right angle. And then we're going to scale it down just a little bit more. Bring it up there. Right click vertex, take these vertices and stretch that out. And then right click object mode, Control D to duplicate. And we'll do one down here. And I'm just going to turn off my X-ray so I can see what I got. And we want that one to fall back a little. So right click vertex. All right. Okay, let's just check and see what we got. So these guys need to be moved in. So right click object mode. Come on. Yeah. Let's check that from a top view. Okay, and although our original has them looking very thin, I think we can give it a little bit more body than this. So just gonna hit R, scale that just a little. Looks slightly better. Okay, so we got that part. Now let's deal with the handle. Okay, so the handle's gonna come out here. So what we're gonna do on this guy is go to Mesh Tools, insert Edge Loop Tool, and let's just throw one in there and then check on it from this view. For wireframe mode, so we can see what's going on. Okay, so this guy needs to move a little bit. So hit Q, right click edge, select it, hit W, and we're gonna move that to about there. There we go. Then we're gonna move in there. We're gonna right click, go to face, and let's just go to edit mesh, extrude, and see where that is coming out. It's not bad. Okay. So let's bring that up a little to about there. We're going to right click, go to vertex. Oops. Select that and bring that in. Okay. Then right click face. Edit mesh, extrude again. Hit W, bring that down. And now we can turn on our X-ray back on, hit 5. And we got this guy's hand in the way, but that's okay. We'll do G to repeat, W to pull down. And I'm just going to focus on the left side and I'll tweak the right side in a bit, okay? G to repeat, W to pull down, to about there. G to repeat, W to pull down to about there. Okay, and then we're going to right click on the vertex. And we're going to take that, we're going to bring that out here. Actually, we'll move that one as well. Okay, then we're going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop Tool. Add one right there. Hit Q on your keyboard. Right click Vertex. Drag Select. And hit W and move that there. Okay. So we're still okay on our count so far. We can actually afford to add a little bit of detail if we like. So we're going to right click and we're going to select these faces, not that one. Maybe not that one. Okay, so we'll do that. And we'll do Edit Mesh Extrude. And we'll just give that a little thickness, 0.05. Just to give it some detail, okay? Now, there's not really a trigger visible here. Well, it's very hard to see anyway. But considering that we're working for a game situation, what we'll do is we will, let me think, we'll take a polygon pipe, give that some height, hit R, scale that way, way down. We're going to hit F, W to move. Let's move that towards our model. Scale it down some more. F to zoom in, E to rotate. Let's rotate that 90 degrees. Let's switch angles. Hit W, bring that down here. F to zoom in. Okay. W to move up. And this is roughly where our object will be. So we're going to scale it a little bit. Yeah, we'll do something like this. Then we're going to right click face. We're going to select the top half. Make sure I'm not selecting anything else. Right click face. Let's hit delete. Right click object mode. E to rotate that. W to move it in to about there. And then right click face. Select these. Maybe even select the top one. There we go. And then we're going to move in. Have to zoom in. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. Okay. Move that in. Check it from our top view. 4 for wireframe mode. Seems to be slightly rotated, which is not good. That's better. Right click object mode. modify center pivot. Five for shaded mode. Let's start to move that in. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we got that. Let's see. We need a trigger. So we'll do a polygon cube. Pull that up. And let's give that some subdivision. So we'll go with multiple. We'll do 5. Right there. Right click object mode. Go to our top view. Hit F to zoom in and W to move. Let's try that again. Object mode. What's the deal with that guy? It doesn't want to move for some reason. There we go. We're going to hit R. We're going to scale that in a bit. And then we're going to look at it from this angle. So let's move that down. Move that in. F to zoom in. And we'll turn off our X-ray so we can see it better. We're going to hit E. We're going to rotate that a little bit to about there. And then we're going to right click our vertex, select these vertices. Okay, and then we'll select these. All right. Okay, so we got that. Now we can add a little bit of detail. Okay, so what we can do is we got this section here. We want to have a little, can't really see what it is, but I assume that that's a crosshair type deal. But what we'll do is we'll take another polygon cube. Let's go to our top view. Let's move that over. F to zoom in. R to scale down. And let's just move that slightly. Bring it to the front. Now this guy is at an angle. So we need to check that here as well. Bring it down. F to zoom in. E to rotate. W to bring down. And there we go. Just make sure it's centered. Okay, we're going to hit R. We're going to scale that in. And we want to be able to see it when we're shooting, right? So we're going to right click our vertex. We're going to drag select the top vertices. Hit W and we're going to bring that up. And we're going to make sure that it's sitting straight. And we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that in at the top. Okay, maybe that's a bit high. So just bring that down a little. Yeah, okay, cool. So we got that. What else? Okay, so we need to have some kind of bolt here. Now you could texture that, but considering we have some room with our poly count, what we're going to do is we're just going to create a little sphere, and we'll switch to this view, and we'll bring that up here. Hit R to scale that down. We can look actually at our example here, turn on our X-ray, and it seems to be up here somewhere. R to scale it down some more. And just for the sake of poly count, we're going to right click, go to face. We're going to drag select half of that guy and hit delete, and that little piece as well. Right click object mode, hit W and bring that in. So one there. And actually what we can do, we'll do that in a sec. We can scale that thing in. So Control D to duplicate. Move it over, hit E, rotate that around. 180. Hit W, bring that down. Have to zoom in. There we go. And now we can take this whole thing, go to Mesh, Combine, modify center pivot. We can hit R and we can start to push that in a little, like so. Okay. And now we are pretty close to a very low poly model. All right. Now again, how you probably get the best detail is by texturing it. And you can do that, with 2D external texture files. You could decide to, have a high poly model and transfer detail, like I mentioned. As you can see, if we look at our face count, we are even under 1,000, so it's not bad. And this is kind of the approach you would take when going for a low poly game asset. Okay. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll help you if I can. And that said, thanks for watching. Bye.